Hello and welcome back to A Foreigner and Family in the Philippines. And I'm back over here at the rubber farm, and I'm just going to share a situation that I've had. And this is a situation that you could run into, anybody could run into. So it's a kind of a good for me to maybe share it. Maybe somebody's interested in it. But this is the situation that we had. We actually come over to the rubber farm down this road here. And then we come over here and we take this little turn here, and it's a dirt road. I mean, it's kind of tight. It's actually very tight. It gets very tight over here coming down, and it's an interesting little slope. And this is what I take the truck down over here with. And then we had some big delivery trucks come by, and they brought like some big old trucks. And it gets tight over here by the house. But if you notice, these are the water lines that run right next to the house. And the truck does run over them. And as we go through here, and maybe my truck wouldn't be so bad, but those delivery trucks, and one of the delivery drivers just had a hard time turning around. It's like he was just going back and forth across the lines. So there may have caused some damage to the lines. Now, I know normally you would have your lines buried, like, I think the standard is like at least 16 inches in the ground, but these are like on the surface, and it's the rain comes through here, washes off the topsoil, and so they're exposed. But so we had a little issue there. And it sounds like they're going to go. The neighbors here were a little agitated by it. We didn't have to deal with too much. We just heard some hearsay back and forth from family members. So we finally were like, well, let's go ahead and see if we can come up with something else here, because we got to keep coming out here. So and they did. They offered a nice solution over here, but and hopefully there aren't any problems with those lines. But so instead of coming through this way, we have a whole back area here. I'm just going up to where it is. And like when I purchased this property, I was told, I was not going to buy anything that didn't have a road. And I was told this was a barangay road. However, I don't know what the deal is with it now, but now this, so we did cut some branches off of this mango tree, and we're going to start using this path instead of that path, because it cuts in front of their house, and maybe it messes up some of their shrubbery or whatever, and this one's less restricted. My only thought is, with the rainy season coming, this could get kind of slick, and it could end up sliding off the side here. And I tried to put these branches like here, because I wanted them, like if some water does rush down, so the water would flow through this, and then these branches would kind of catch the different sand and debris that's fallen, and maybe help build a better bank. But here in the Philippines, everything is fair game. They were already, even though it was freshly cut, they're still grabbing it for firewood. So I don't know that is going to be the embankment catcher I was envisioning. So, but then we go over here, and there was this other tree. This had a big branch. This is actually an avocado tree, and so we took off the side of it here, so we can hopefully squeeze by that in a mango tree over there. And this is a Gimelina tree here. I guess it's a harder wood, and they use it for different building materials. And then these bananas here. I could see these bananas being an issue later on, because they're just two patches, and they just keep, they're going to sprout from the root system, a new banana tree. But if I'm driving, maybe that'll stop. But we did cut off those. And so anyway, this will be our new path. But I guess I was getting a little off track there. I kind of wanted to share what can happen here. Like, you think you've got a road, and you don't. It's not a road. And I was very certain, I was very clear with my wife about that. And you have to make sure. You can't trust somebody else to do it for you. It needs to be, you need to know that is actually a road, because it turns out it is not. This is I was certain it was a barangay road. That was the selling factor on it, that I had access, but apparently, I don't know, that's still getting straightened out. It looks like it's gotten straightened out. I'm going to come back in and go to the hardware store, get an estimate on some gravel to put down, because that's going to be a slippery, muddy slope, and I'd like to see if I get some gravel in there about making a better pathway here. And actually, these sacks of sand are going, we have a carabao, charges 10 pesos per sack. He's coming, he's scooping this sand up, popping it on the cart, and the carabao's taking it over there. He usually takes about 5 sacks per trip, so he's making 50 pesos per trip over there, which is a little over $1 per trip, and it's a little ways over that way. There's the truck. I plan on doing an update video on that when I go to do the oil change and air filter, which is coming up on 70,000 kilometers. And down here a little bit further, and then this is Jessa, and she's chilling out in the hammock here, relaxing for a little bit. So, but anyway, I'm just letting you know my story about the road. Make sure you get it cleared up before, make sure you know you've got an actual barangay road before it turns out that it's not actually a barangay road. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.